I wish things were more black and white, but they're not. I get a phone call every once in a while from borrowers that want to know how much of a house they can afford by just providing their income. And unfortunately, things are not that simple or straightforward with lenders. There's a formula that they have to follow, that we have to follow, that takes in consideration income, but also expenses. Not just expenses associated to the new mortgage payment with taxes and insurance and homeowners association fees, if applicable, but also expenses that you currently have on your credit score, right? So we created a formula that helps us identify how much of a house you can afford, and we're happy to share it with you. Let me show you how it works. The lenders want to stay within about a 31 to 43% debt to income ratio. Some loans, like FHA loans, will let you go all the way to 55%. All that this means to you right now is that there's a certain percentage threshold that your income will allow you in terms of qualifying for a mortgage loan. So let's say that you and your spouse already sat down and figured out about how much you want to pay each month. You're going to go here and plug in and to enter your desired house payment, including taxes, insurance, and homeowners association if they apply. Let's say that your budget was $2,500 a month. Maybe you're paying about, I don't know, $2,000, $2,300 in rent right now. Let's plug that in. And then we figure out, okay, how many credit cards do we have right now that we would not be able to pay off? And what are the minimum payments? So when it comes to credit cards, you only need to calculate the minimum payments, not necessarily the extra that you might currently send on your credit card balances. So let's say that you have 3 credit card balances of, I don't know, $1,000 each, and maybe you pay about $85 between all 3 of them. That's the minimum payment, right? There's no student loans. You have a car payment that's $465 a month. Any other recreational vehicle or boat? None. Credit union loan payments, medical dental bill payments, computer, electronic, etc., etc. Let's say that you have a loan for furniture and you pay, or water filtering system, or one of those things. So let's say that you pay $125. Okay, so your total expenses, including the proposed mortgage payment that you have factored into your budget, is going to be $3,175. Okay, so here's where it gets a little bit tricky, right? Because when you ask a lender how much of a house you qualify for, it's not that straightforward. If you get paid W-2, then the lender will allow you to use your gross income based on the hours and or fixed salary that you earn. But if you're a 1099 employee, then you have to pay taxes at the end of the year, which means you don't get credit for the gross income. You have to provide 1 to 2 years of tax returns to figure out the income that you can use. So in this example, we're just going to use straight salary, and we're going to say that you are making $45 an hour times 40 hours a week times 52 weeks in a year. That's 93,600, and we're going to divide that by 12 months, and it's 7,800. Okay, and there's other types of income that can be considered, like Social Security, military pension, alimony, child support. Some of these incomes that you see on here, if they're not likely to continue for the next 3 years, you may not be able to use it. Or in the example of rental income, if you haven't filed the rental income on your tax returns, you can't use it unless it's a property that you just purchased recently. So it gets a little bit more tricky when it comes to other types of incomes, right? So we have $7,800 in W-2 income, and we have about $3,175 in expenses. And this formula gives you a debt to income ratio of 41%. That's fairly low. It's not on the low end, but it's not on the high end. So you would be able to qualify for a conventional loan or FHA because you are looking at the back end ratio, which is the second number here, and you're within the limits per each type of program. For more information, I would love to help you. I can trust a Boxwood broker, Boxwood Mortgage, 713-387-9521.